Hello everybody. In this video, we'll see the MCQs of emission spectroscopy. Atomic emission spectroscopy is the study of radiation emitted by ions, molecules, atoms, fragments. Well, the name itself is atomic emission, so we are studying the radiation emitted by atoms. C is the right answer. AES can be used for qualitative analysis, quantitative analysis, both, none of the above. Both for qualitative and quantitative analysis, AES can be used. Atomic emission spectroscopy can be used for both. The correct answer is C. The best source for exciting the atoms in AES is arc, spark, flame, plasma. Well, the correct answer is D, plasma. Plasma is the best source for getting atoms excited in AES. A pair of electrode is used in sample excitation in arc source, spark source, flame, both arc and spark source. A pair of electrode is used in both arc and spark source. Okay. A very high voltage of 15,000 to 40,000 volt is required or used in arc source, spark sources, laser sources, plasma sources. But in the case of spark sources, you require a high voltage of 15,000 to 40,000 volts. To produce the sparks, you require this high voltage. Ionic spectra are observed mainly in spark sources, arc sources, laser sources, and plasma sources. You will get ionic spectra mainly in the spark sources. In plasma you won't get them, and in arc also you won't get them. In the spark source you will get the ionic spectra. Uneven sampling and hotspots are observed in DC arc sources, AC arc sources, spark sources, plasma sources. In the case of DC arc sources you will get uneven sampling and hotspots. The correct answer is A. Plasma is a liquid, solid, gas containing ions. Plasma is actually a gas which is containing ions and electrons. Overall it is neutral, but it is gaseous in nature, and it is having ions, but overall it is a neutral substance. So, okay. Plain gas is neutral, but plasma is gas which is having ions. In AES, plasma use is made up of hydrogen, helium, argon, neon. Usually in atomic emission spectroscopy, for making the plasma, argon gas is used. Temperatures reached in plasma sources are up to 1000 degrees Kelvin, 5000 degrees Kelvin, 10,000 degrees Kelvin, 50,000 degrees Kelvin. The correct answer is 10,000 degrees Kelvin. The best power source used to obtain plasma is DC current, RF current, microwave current, IR current. Correct answer is RF current. The radio frequency current which is passed through a coil surrounding the quartz tubes will give you a magnetic field, and that is the best power source which is used to obtain plasma. So RF is the right answer. ICP sources have dash concentric quartz tube. So ICP source, does it have 2 tubes, 3 tubes, 4 tubes or 5 tubes? ICP sources have 3 concentric quartz tube. 3. Correct answer is B. Okay. 3 concentric tubes are there, one inside the other, and these are all made from quartz. Dash coils coiled around the quartz tube produce dash field in ICP sources. Well, choices are copper electric, that is copper coils will produce electric field, or aluminum foil will produce magnetic field, or aluminum foil will produce electric field, and copper coil will produce magnetic field. These are the 4 choices. The correct answer is D. Copper coils are coiled around the quartz tube and they produce magnetic field in the ICP source. Argon used in ICP source is about dash liters per minute. In ICP source, argon gas is used, but the consumption is very high. Is it of 1 to 5 liters? Is it of 5 to 10, 20 to 27, or 11 to 17 liters per minute? The correct answer is 11 to 17 liters per minute of argon is required. Ions from sample atoms are not formed due to the presence of dash ions in ICP. In the case of ICP source, you won't get any ions because of the presence of ions of copper, aluminium, argon, none of these. Well, it is you are using argon gas for as a source in for the source of, as a source of plasma. So here argon ions will be present. Okay, so ions from the sample atoms are not formed due to the presence of argon ions. From the sample atoms you won't get any ions because the argon ions will suppress the ionization of the metals. Samples are usually metal ions, metal atoms. Sequential spectrometers are used in dash sources of AES. Sequential sources means each and every element is measured one after the other in sequence. First absorption of one metal is obtained, then absorption of second metal is obtained, then third absorption of third metal is obtained, and so on. So sequentially all the metals are analyzed, and that can be done only in which of these four? Arc, spark, flame, or plasma? It is in plasma. Arc and spark, the spectra is unstable. Okay, flame you may not get the spectra also for some metals. Plasma is the one where you will get stable spectra for almost all the elements which you are analyzing. Okay, so plasma source is the one in which if you are having plasma source, then you can use sequential spectrometers. Okay, that's one advantage because sequential spectrometers are cheaper than simultaneous spectrometers. RU lines are the dash emission lines, and they are visible even when the concentration of the sample is dash. They are the weakest line, or when the concentration of sample is increased. Weakest line, concentration of the sample decrease. Strongest line, concentration of the sample increase. Strongest line, and visible when the concentration of sample is decreased. The correct answer is D. RU lines are the strongest lines, and even when the concentration is decreased, they are visible. Okay, so D is the answer. Line reversal at higher concentration in AES occurs due to impurities, self-absorption, scattering, none of the above. It is because of self-absorption the line reversion takes place. Line reversal means the emission intensity will first rise and then it will fall. As the concentration is increasing, emission line will increase. But if you increase the concentration too much, then the atoms which are not excited, they'll start absorbing the emission of excited atoms. So that will cause a reduction in the emission. Okay. So it is the because of self-absorption by unexcited atoms, you will get reduction in the emission lines, and then that causes line reversal. Line reversal means as the concentration is increased, emission increases, but after a certain increase in concentration, the emission starts to decrease. Okay, that is called line reversal. Pre-burn time for soft metals is dash than that of hard metals. Soft metals are easy to boil or easy to volatile them or easy to be converted into gas. So their pre-burn time is less, and the answer is A, lesser than. Choices were lesser than, greater than, equal to, none of these. The correct answer is lesser than. Okay, so this completes the MCQs of AES, atomic emission spectroscopy. We have completed the MCQs. Thank you.